Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, this is our fourth unit, Population Ecology, and our first topic of this unit is to understand the concept of species, population, and community. Let's define the population ecology first. Population ecology is the branch of ecology wherein we study about the structure and the dynamics of the populations, or you can say that population ecology is the ecological study of how biotic and abiotic factors influence the density, dispersion, and size of a population. We will be talking about these terms in our upcoming lectures. Before that, we have to understand what is a species, what is a population, and what is a community. Let us start with the term species first. Species is defined as a group of organisms that can reproduce naturally with one another and create fertile offsprings. All right, so a species is a group of those organisms that can interbreed or that can produce the fertile offsprings, or you can say a species is a group of individuals that are genetically related and can breed with one another to produce fertile offsprings. Fertile offsprings means those offsprings or those young ones. Offsprings means young ones, or you can say babies. So fertile offsprings are those offsprings that are able to produce their offsprings, or their offsprings are able to produce theirs, so on and so forth. So this is the image of species of giraffe here. This is a group of giraffe here. So these giraffe, they'll interbreed with one another, or they will mate with one another and produce their fertile young ones. So this is a baby giraffe here. So this baby giraffe will be having its own babies, and those babies will be having their own babies, and this process will go on and on. So this is what we call as species of giraffe, and this is the species of spotted deer, because this spotted deer, they'll interbreed with one another, they'll produce their offsprings, and their offsprings will produce their offsprings, and so on and so forth. So this is the species of spotted deer. So these are two different species. In natural conditions, a giraffe will not interbreed, will not mate with a spotted deer, or spotted deer will not interbreed with the giraffe. So these are two entire different species. Like Homo sapiens is a species, a different species. Those members or those individuals that are not able to produce the fertile offsprings cannot be called as a species. For example, let's have a look at this image. This is the male lion Panthera leo and the female tigress Panthera tigris. Both of them belong to the same genus Panthera, but these are the entirely different species. Lion is a different species and tiger is a different species. They do not breed or mate with each other under the normal conditions, under the natural conditions, but sometimes they are crossed with each other under the artificial conditions, and the resulting offspring that's produced is called as a liger. So when a male lion is crossed with a female tigress, the resulting offspring is called as a liger. So this, surprisingly, this liger is the biggest of or the biggest member of the cat family. It weighs twice the size of the parents, like lion and tiger. So this hybrid, we call it as a hybrid or a crossbreed it is. So this hybrid, it's named as liger. So this liger is a hybrid offspring of male lion and female tigress, but it is infertile, it is sterile. Infertile or sterile means it cannot have its own baby. So this liger cannot have its offsprings. So that means this liger cannot be termed as a species. Although lion is a species, tiger is a species, but their resulting offspring, that is liger, is not a species, because it cannot have, or it cannot produce its own babies, or it cannot produce its fertile offsprings. Another example is like when a horse is crossed with a donkey. when these two species, horse is an entirely different species and donkey is a different species, so when they are crossed with each other, the resulting offspring or the resulting product is that's called as mule. So this resulting offspring, that's mule, mule is not a species because this mule is infertile, it is sterile, it cannot produce, or it cannot have its own offspring, or it cannot have its fertile babies. So that means it's not a species. So this is, I hope these two examples help you understand what a species is. Now coming to the population, what is a population? A population is a group of organisms of the same species, all right, who live in the same area at the same time and interact with one another. All right, so this is the population of penguin. Here you see they are a group of penguins. They belong to the same species, they are living together, interacting with each other in the same area, so they form a population of penguins. Likewise, this is the population of honeybees. They are the same species. They live with one another, they interact with one another, so they form the population. Then we have the community. Community is formed like when a group of populations live together and start interacting with each other in an area. All right, I told you a population is formed, like population is a group of organisms. All right, so when different or several populations come together, they share a common habitat and they share its resources, they interact among themselves, they form a community. We call it as biotic community, or simply you can call it as a community. Like you can see in this image, species of different species here interacting with each other and interacting with their non-living components, so they form a community. All right, so this is how a community forms. When different populations come together, they live together and they interact with each other and with the abiotic components of that particular area, they form a community. All right, this image will help you to understand difference between a species and a population. This is the species of zebra. If you see here, they belong to they are the members of the same species. So this is the species of zebra, because they'll interbreed with each other, they will have their own babies and their babies will have their own babies, so on and so forth. And this is the species of wildebeest. All right, because they'll also interbreed with each other, they'll have their own offsprings and their offsprings will have their own offsprings, and likewise. And this is the species of springbok antelope, you see here. So three different species you are like seeing here, and this is the population of zebra, because when a group of the individuals of the same species come together, so the zebra, they belong to the same species, they are together, they live together, they interact with each other, they form a population. So this is the population of zebra, this is the population of wildebeest, and this is the population of springbok antelope. All right, so three different species making three different populations, and they are living at the same place, they are interacting with each other and with their non-living component. They are at a watering hole, they are drinking water, so they are at the same time they are interacting with their non-living components, so they all of them, they form a community. All right, so this is all about the species, population and community. This is all for today. Thank you, have a nice day.